Hello and welcome to your Money Q&A question of the day. I'm your host, Stacy Johnson, and this answer is brought to you by MoneyTalksNews.com, serving up the best in personal finance news and advice since 1991. Let's get right to our question. It comes from Jill. Jill says, you always recommend buying a used car as opposed to buying a new car. Is the same true for purchasing a home? Is it better to buy an existing home? Jill, that's a great question, and I've never really thought about it. I've always bought older homes, fixed them up, put in my own time and money, and created sweat equity that way. So for me, I've always bought older homes. However, now that I'm getting near retirement age, I'm thinking about, if I do buy another home, I'm thinking about getting a brand new one because I'm tired of doing all this work on my house all the time. But anyway, let's see if we can answer your questions with just a few points to consider. Number one, I looked up Zillow, and they said new homes cost 20% more than used homes. I did not know that. That's a big premium. So 20% when you're talking about a $300,000 house is 60 grand. So you're paying a lot of extra money to get a new home over a used one or an existing one. That's certainly something I would want to consider. Another point, older homes obviously are going to cost a lot more to maintain. In fact, I spend more time working on this house than I care to admit. And it not only is expensive, it's also a pain. It takes up a lot of my spare time than I might otherwise use doing something a little more fun. So, new homes cost more, but they cost less to maintain. So these are two things that may balance each other out. Finally, something to consider though too, is that an existing home might be in a better location. I mean, if you want to be near downtown, obviously that's where the homes were originally built, so they might have a better location than a newer home, which may be in an outlying suburban area. Also, something I really like a lot is landscaping. New homes won't have as much of good mature landscaping as obviously used ones will. So those are some factors to consider. New homes cost more, they cost less to maintain, but they also might not have as good of a location or as good of a landscaping. Which is right for you? Well, that's going to depend on who you are. Obviously, if you can't maintain things or you don't feel like fixing things up, then a new home might be better for you. But keep in mind, you're paying for that. I hope that answers your question. And now, before we close today, we'll do our quote of the day. And this one comes from Napoleon Hill, and it is, "The man who does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than he does." A nice thought to carry with you today. Make it a profitable one and meet me right here next time.